Hey everyone, my name's Ken Glover. Some of you guys might know me from online social media, Suncoast Media Group. That's Suncoast Space Media Group. I've worked in the music industry about 7 years, 7.5 years. First, give you some background about me. This is more like a background intro thing that I'm doing here. Um, I started with Suncoast Media Group, Tampa, St. Pete, Pinellas, Hillsborough County areas. Basically, driving from place to place, talking to owners about their bars, their restaurants, their venues, about their customers and clientele, and how music might be able to benefit them. I talked to a lot of people in the music industry. Grew up, young, going to concerts, working in restaurant industry, meeting a lot of musicians there, going to concerts a lot, meeting people there. And after talking to all these musicians, they were all struggling. Like everybody's always looking for a place to play. And I took it upon myself to start seeking these places out. So I found this place in Largo, Florida. I'm not going to name because it's not deservable. Again, some of you probably know, but the place had great potential. It was basically dead as far as customers were concerned, and started booking concerts in there like every Friday and Saturday night, and it was doing all right. It was doing pretty good, for all the competition it has in that area, for all the different kinds of music and concerts and promoters and bands that are out there. It did pretty well. Everybody that went had fun, made a little bit of money, got to play a show. In working at this place, I learned a lot, so much more than I ever thought I would have. Learned how to run live sound on an old 20 channel with 19 channels working Behringer slider, and I mean, it was great. I loved it. It was fun. Getting to actually tune the sound and make it sound crisp and clean so that everybody could hear it the way that it was supposed to sound. There was something that was just really, really fulfilling about that. So I loved doing it at every opportunity that I got. But booking at this place started turning into more than that. I was booking at multiple places. And, it was sometimes 5 shows a week between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, between a couple of different venues. And that was awesome. I loved, just being able to do so much at the same time. Probably too much, definitely too much. And from there, I started to move more into touring bands. Touring bands were hitting me up, needing a place to play. I was thinking more about, working outside of Florida. And so I started doing that. I got with a reputable booking agency called the Sideset North Agency. Great people. Zachary Scott, he's a great guy. I mean, without Zach, I definitely wouldn't have jumped so far into this thing that is tour booking. So, man, props to him, man, for taking a chance with me and riding along through all this stuff. So I started getting out nationally, like just adding myself to states, adding myself to venues, talking to different people, talking to different promoters, and I really, really loved it. I really love it still. um, Fast forward a little bit. I had this great idea called Road to the Stage, where I'm gonna take the concert and bring it to people in their houses to try to bring the live music industry back to the masses of people. Genres have changed a lot. Concerts have changed a lot. Fans have changed a lot. Bands have changed a lot. Everything has changed. And I feel like music is sort of going digital. And it's not the worst thing. Without being online, music never would have made it to be what it is now. But with that being said, I want music to still have a live aspect to it. I think a lot of people have forgotten that without live music, there really wouldn't be such good music. you wouldn't have the performance art that you get. You wouldn't have all the jobs and all the things that it takes to make that happen. I mean, some of the best times in my life, and I'm sure a lot of you guys agree, have been at a concert. And all the things that it goes along with that, man. The people you meet there, the things that happen, how good the band was, the amazing things, how bad the band was. Oh man. So like there's just a lot of really, really cool shit that goes into the live show that I feel like people are missing online. And again, no shots to the digital age. I mean, for music, it's definitely helped grow and benefit everyone involved, including myself. I mean, I don't think I ever would have made it this far without having an online presence. Like, mad props to bands like NoFX for just going out there in their stinky ass van with their fucking equipment and beating down venues, putting flyers in people's chests, actually like going out and putting the grind on to get their fan base. I mean, obviously they don't have to do that anymore. They're hardly even a band anymore. But what they did to begin the live presence of music is just, especially in the underground world. I'm obviously like there's tons of bands that played live music way before them. I'm saying what they did in particular with their ground and pound promotion, with going out and actually dragging their fans into their shows. I feel like that's where this podcast starts to tie in to where I started, Suncoast Media Group. So through all of this that I've done, I've learned a lot. I've done a lot. I've messed up a lot. I basically want to try to give some sort of presence to the people out there that you know I can benefit, who can take anything away from this in any sort of learning aspect, and to really help them in their art and in whatever their art is. So I've got some stuff I've been sort of pondering way too hard about that I just kind of want to throw out to you guys. And obviously, I'd love to have you, your comments, your interaction, whether you agree or disagree, constructive criticism. I'm all about it, man. I feel like that's what makes everything better. If you had everybody out there just like, oh yeah, that's really good and it sucks, then there'd be a lot of sucky shit out there, you know? So I absolutely want your guys' honest opinion on what you think about this. Should I do more about it? What subjects would you like to hear about more in the future? Because there definitely will be more. There's so much more that I can give you guys. So first, I want to say you got to surround yourself with success. The way that I started this story was I surrounded myself with what I wanted to be surrounded with, music. I went from every level. I saw Korn 7 times, seen No Doubt, I've seen LL Cool J. I mean, I really just loved music, and that's what I wanted to bury myself in. So really young, went to a lot of concerts, as many as I could. And working into the music industry, same. I pushed myself into it. You know, you're never going to do it as great as you think you're going to do it to start with. The plan is never going to go as great as you plan. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be worse. But you know it's never going to go accordingly, right? So put yourself in there. And when you're doing it, put yourself around people that are doing it the way that you do it. If you're working with people that want to be as successful as you do, then you guys will find that success. You will find that success. You know what I mean? In doing so, you should be looking for the people who do it better than anybody else. If you think that this person, this beat maker makes amazing beats, and you really, really think that that's going to be something that is going to work great for you, not just, you know, convenient, not just because he's a friend of yours, not just because, you know, it had this cool thing that you keep hearing on the radio. Like, if you really hear something with someone that you're working with, then you should work with them. I mean, anything that makes you feel your motivation and passion for your craft, that's what you need to surround yourself with. Good music will sort of hear itself. Like I said, when you're hearing a guitarist play guitar, you're like, damn, that guy fucking plays a guitar, bro. You get goosebumps, like it catches your ear. That's what you want. Surround yourself with people who blend into what it is that you're looking for. If you want to be, a hardcore band that, everybody sees a hardcore band, then surround yourself with that hardcore shit. That's going to be your success in doing it. Where you start trying to do something that you're not used to or uncomfortable with, and it shows through, that's where you're going to fail. This is one of those things where I'm super passionate. As I've said, I'm sure you guys are realizing this far in. This is what I love. Super nervous about doing it. I keep hearing stuff about my voice. It's whatever. But like, I really want to put this thing out to where it's beneficial. So that's what I'm doing here. I whether you guys like it or not, I want to grow from it. I want to be productive. I want to move it forward in a beneficial way. And hopefully it will end up being productive for someone, lots of someone's. Obviously, audience interaction is a huge part of what we're doing here. You guys need it in your craft. You need your fans to like what you're doing. You need them interacting with what you're doing. You want to keep them coming. You definitely want to market to your fans. Again, if you want to be a rapper who gets a lot of notoriety for being, a gangster and selling drugs, then that's what you want to put out into your fan base. If you want to be an easy listening band who wants, the 50 and above crowd to come out to your shows, then that's the audience you need to cater to. You got to make sure that you're putting your music where it belongs. A lot of people, I feel like, make mistakes in pushing outside of their box. And don't get me wrong, that's a great thing. You should always be trying to push outside, always trying to grow. But when you're starting off, you definitely want to find that targeted fan base. You definitely want to make sure that you're interacting with people that like you and are successful like you and are going to help you move forward. If you're not surrounding yourself with people that care about what you're doing and are going to keep pushing you to do it, got to find some new people, man. Not telling you to drop the old ones, maybe just not listen to them so much and find some new cool folks. When you're releasing your music, when you're making it, it's an art. You do it, you feel good about it. When you get something that you feel good about, you release it. With that being said, you need to schedule and commit to a release strategy. If you're going to release a song every week, then be prepared to release that song every week on the same day, the same time, or at least put yourself on a schedule with your fans so that they know what you're doing and you're not just throwing music to the air. A lot of musicians, and all the way across the board, I'm talking about multi-genre, just make music and put it out there. And that's great, man. When you're starting off, you gotta get, the right vibe. You gotta make sure that people are interested. You want to get their feedback and attention, like I'm doing here. It's cool to throw some stuff out there, but when you're getting more serious about it and when you're really, really trying to put it into a circuit moving forward, you got to get yourself on a scheduling plan. You can't just throw something out there in a month and then not throw anything for 3 months. Be consistent in what you're doing. People will react better when they know that you're going to be consistent in what you're doing. A lot of people are just fans of the grind and will support you because they see the effort that you put in. That's a good fan to have. I mean, it's definitely not a bad one. With that being said, be persistent, be ruthless. Do what you're doing, even if you're getting bad comments, even if you're getting good comments. Don't let people blow your head up. Don't let people discourage you from doing what you love to do. If you keep doing it, it's worth it. If you know that this is what you want to do and you care about what you're doing, then you keep doing it, man. I mean, you don't find a significant other because of what you think they're going to turn into and how they can better you. You get with this person because you believe in them, you love them, you care about them, and you hope for them. You stand behind them, you support them. This is the same thing. Your fans will do the same thing. They will be there for you, they will support you, and if they don't, they are not your fans. Be persistent. Keep pushing it. Don't let people break you down. So, we're getting to the end of this thing here. The important parts and wrapping up this beginner thing that we're doing together. It's about quality. For probably a week now, I've been just thinking about how to do this, how to go about it the best. What's going to make my voice sound the best? Is there an echo? Is that going to affect me? Do I talk too much? Can people hear me breathing? Is that going to affect them? Honestly, if you read above into the things that I said, I think that it's important that you come out with quality. You got to make sure that if you're going through all these steps to do it correctly, then you want to make sure that you're putting out the best thing that's there, you know? It takes trial and error. You're going to do it, mess up. You're not always going to get the cleanest, best thing in the world. But that's what editing is for, man. That's what the studio is for. That's what your friends are for. That's what your fans are for. Everybody will let you know. You will let you know. Hey, is this good? Is this acceptable? Maybe I need to take it back in the studio. Maybe there's something that just isn't right. Maybe it's a producer. Maybe it's an instrument. You know, maybe it just needs some more work. The most important thing that you could do alongside of loving what you do is doing it right, doing it well, not right, well, doing it well. If you're not happy with your end result, you're never going to be happy with it. And if it's something that you love, then it'll haunt you forever because you're never going to be happy with the result. Make sure that you're doing it right, man. Take your time. Put your effort in, do whatever you got to do, motivate yourself, positivity. Get in there and do a good job. Consistently make good work. Production is key, man. Production value is everything. This video is not coming right out to you guys. I'm obviously going to put it into editing first. I know you can hear me breathing in this video. Well, you shouldn't be able to, but I'm sure it'll come through. I'm not a pro. I haven't been doing this forever. So it's really important to me that I spend as much time in making it what I feel is good so that you guys will at least get something that I was happy with. I would never ever pass something along to someone else if I wasn't happy with it. Do the same thing. Don't rush your stuff, but keep on schedule with it. I'm guilty of all these things. This is how I think of these things. I overthink everything. I try too hard. I struggle so hard to get the right words sometimes. I stress about it. I give myself anxiety fucking attacks for God's sake. Hands are sweating. I'm rubbing my legs, gonna rub a hole in my pants. The point is, do it. I mean, if this is what you really care about, your art, your craft, do it. Do it. I mean, you got to put it out there or you're never going to get it done. You're never going to get any result of what happens, you know? If you're not making any effort, you can promise yourself no result, you know? So make an effort. Make a good effort and impress yourself with the result. I want to say thank you. I mean, first, foremost, to music. To every person involved, to the bands, the rappers, the musicians, the artists, the sound guys, the managers, the venues, the venue owners, sound techs. I mean, the tour managers. Shout out Darren. Just everybody, man, everybody. If you have been a part of the music industry and the music scene of any sort at any time, I appreciate the fuck out of you, man, because I realize what it takes for you to do what you do and how hard it is and how much of yourself you have to put out there and the little you get back in doing so. So I want to say thank you. And without you, this just wouldn't even be possible for me. So cheers to you, man. Shout out to every fucking musician in the world that's ever put their ass in front of some person and felt weird about it. I mean, you guys are what this is all about. Shout out to every person who ever supported me, whether you're still around or not. Shout out to any person who ever didn't support me and is here listening to this now. I mean, this is about the love for me, man. And I'm going to keep coming at you guys. So I look forward to hearing from you. Please, please comment, react. Let me know what the fuck you think about this video, man. Like I said, if you have some ideas of something for me to do in the future, I'd love to hear them. If you have something that you don't like about this recording, I'd love to hear that too. Again, check me out, Suncoast Media Group. That's Suncoast Space Media Group. Road to the Stage, Spaced Out Like Normal, and Ken Glover. See you guys soon.